Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video we are going to be talking about the physical appearance and health of Libra. I recommend that you watch this video if you have a Libra rising, a Libra sun, a Libra moon, or if you happen to have a good bit of a Libra within your chart. However, it would be predominantly for those who do have a Libra rising. Couple of other things though, please be sure to read the description for this video because that description may answer any possible questions that you might have. And also keep in mind that many astrologers do take other things into consideration when it does come to the physical appearance. Libra then. So Libra is ruled by Venus, and if you do have a Libra rising, then that means that Venus is your chart ruler. Libra is an air sign, it's also a cardinal sign, and it is symbolized by the scales. Lastly, Libra rules the kidneys, the skin, the lumbar region, and the buttocks. What I'm going to be doing then is I'm going to be describing the Libra physical appearance, okay? Then I'll be showing you an example of a Libra rising female and a Libra rising male. That way, you can see if whatever I describe fits the bill. A great way to actually spot a Libra rising is by looking for the person who always approaches people with quite a polite manner, with polite questions and a dimpled smile. Careful to give other people room and an opportunity to voice their own opinions. So they're pretty good at them giving their own opinions and listening to others giving their opinions. Though, they just might like to be the center of attention, but not in a straightforward way like the Aries. They do it in a more flirtatious, persuasive way, but you don't even realize that they're doing it. They're just charming your socks off. Libra rising women, though, they often exaggerate their femininity to hide that quite common mental sharpness and slightly masculinity below the surface. I find with Libras that they're constantly trying to balance that feminine masculine energy within themselves. Spot those people who appear to be the overly smooth talkers and those people who tend to avoid confrontation of the more ugly kind. Usually as well, Libra risings will tend to have pretty good taste and they'll dress quite nicely. Ultimately, Libra risings carry themselves with a lot of grace and they're never too harsh, and they're not quite blunt either in how they approach people. Quick tip though, try not to brag around a Libra in general. Bragging will not get you very far. Their entire appearance just gives this impression of this calmness, this classiness, and like I said, charm. Oh, and when it comes to how they walk, you just might see this Venetian sensualism and a classic delight about the movements and the gestures. What I would like to touch on quickly though is the differences to spot between a Taurus rising and a Venus rising because of the fact that both of them are ruled by Venus. So whilst Libra is the airy cardinal one, Taurus is the earthy fixed one. I'd say with this, firstly, that both are going to attract many types of people. But I would say that Libra is much more active when it comes to love and matters of attraction, whilst Taurus is perhaps a bit slower to it. I think this is because Taurians tend to take their time a lot more until they're very sure. With that, the Taurians might go in with a more sensual and lustful intention. Though I do think that Librans might struggle slightly more because they want that very balance, right? And in today's society, I would say that it's quite easy to be thrown off balance given how, well, love is portrayed all around us. It's trying to notice the very difference between love and lust. What is strictly sensual and what is of true value. Taurus will go in steady, practical, more realistic really, whilst Libra will go in almost trying to balance so many plates at once. With all of these ideas just zooming through their heads, going back and forth, back and forth. Is this the one or is it not? He loves me, he loves me not. He loves me, he loves me not. I don't know. Ultimately, I do think that Librans should just learn how to quiet their minds just a little bit and trust their very gut instincts. Alright, so the physical appearance of the Librans. Librans just tend to have this roundness about them, especially in the face. It tends to be quite ample and soft. with quite smooth and moist skin, but yet with a certain meaty quality to it. Even if they have quite a thin body, those dimples and those curved features, they're often present in the face. They can fall into two certain types though. First type being the shorter individuals who have a well-formed physique. It can be rather stocky with these full expressive lips and these well-rounded foreheads. They're also somewhat broad in the area of the temples. The eyes of this shorter native as well, they're usually either a blue or a brown, possessing this very sharp and penetrative gaze. Those who fall into the second category of Libra, they are usually the taller types, and they're inclined to be of a more slender build. They usually have a straight and narrow forehead with darker hair and generally greyish or bluish eyes. In short though, there is a certain refinement in the frame and the features of both sexes. The skin of Libra individuals usually has this healthy glow to it. With that hair as well, it tends to have quite a silky texture. The hair is usually on the lighter side with a tendency towards curliness. In essence, there's just this pleasant roundness to all of their features. And ultimately the key word here is, well, it's pleasant. I would say pleasant would be the key word because generally they do have those well-proportioned features and those pleasant expressions, even if they are not in such a pleasant mood. Plus, they are blessed with those well-shaped lips and noses, and sometimes the lips can have a heart shape. Just think of Venus, and Venus is all about love and hearts. Like I said, they have those dimples. They have those beautiful little dimpled cheeks, and when they smile, oh geez, you just see them so clear. The teeth as well, they usually do have pretty straight teeth, but some of them might have a little gap or a space between their teeth. Plus, cleft chins are quite common for the Librans. Moving on then to an example of a Libra rising female and a Libra rising male. So for the Libra rising female, we are going to be looking at Avril Lavigne. Avril Lavigne, she has a Libra rising, then she has a Libra sun as well, and then a Scorpio moon.
Alright, Avril Lavigne. We're going to be looking at two pictures for her actually because this one I had to use, but it's quite blurry. But really meaty face. Oh my gosh. Round face. Oh my gosh. That chin as well, the way it dips down like that. The lips just going like a bow, like a heart. Really, her dimples are so defined. I'm just seeing the Libra traits that I was talking about. I'm going to say here that she fits the first type of the Libra more than anything, because I'm pretty sure that she is shorter. And even in her eyes, they're very expressive, and that penetrating gaze that I was talking about.
The Libra rising male, we're going to be looking at Leonardo DiCaprio. He has a Libra rising, a Scorpio sun, and a Libra moon. So what's quite interesting about these two is that the sun and the moon have been switched around.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Firstly, I'm going to start by saying that I see a very well-rounded forehead. His forehead is quite big, and then he has those really wide temples, you know, in that area that I was saying. Not to mention, he also has the dimples, just like Avril Lavigne, very prominent there, and quite expressive lips. Oh, I just love the way he smiles, and he's not even smiling with his teeth. He's just like grinning. And in his face, you can see that softness and the smoothness, but yet the certain meaty quality and the curves, all the curviness within the features in his face.
Let's discuss the Libra health. And normally Libra's health is pretty good given the fact that they are pretty concerned with, well, looking young and attractive and beautiful. They like to keep themselves well and healthy. However, because Librans are very good at negotiating, they can opt to become disturbed when they find themselves around dissension that they can't control. Emotional, physical, and psychological pleasures as well, they can come from beauty in all forms for them. So because of this, if the environment that they're in is less than well-pleasing, Librans can become somewhat unhappy without even realizing that the surroundings may be responsible for it, or it's that they view the surroundings in that way. Because Libra does rule the kidneys, the lower back, the skin, the ovaries, they can often experience lower back pain. You know what? This is pretty interesting because the other day in work, I remember one of my managers helping me to pick up a box, and as she was going to pick up the box, she was like, oh, my back's pretty sore. And I didn't know her sign at this stage, but yeah, she said that her lower back was in a bit of pain. And so some time went past, and then I just asked her, outright, are you a Libra? And she just said, yeah. How did you know? And it just clicked in my mind. Lower back pain. There you go. Ultimately, weakness in the lower back is the first place in the body to suffer when Librans do overexert themselves. Plus, they're also predispositioned towards kidney alignments and skin breakouts. This can be due to lack of sleep and to too much rich food and to alcohol. Really, the kidney is considered to be the weakest of the organs for the Librans. And when it comes to those skin issues like I was talking about, they do tend to get pretty dry patches, or it could be that they get quite itchy skin. Another thing to keep in mind is that these people usually get tired very, very fast. Now, if you do have Libra ruling your 6th house cusp, okay, you might be highly prone to kidney and bladder and other urinary tract problems. Furthermore, you may be prone to those lower back concerns like I was talking about. I'd also like to add that if you do have a Libra rising, okay, you're going to have Pisces on your 6th house cusp. Now, I do use the whole sign system within my readings. If you don't use that system, it's perfectly fine. But if you do happen to have Pisces on your 6th house cusp, you may be a little bit more prone to feet, toe, or liver, even lymphatic system disorders and diseases. Lastly, if you do happen to have Venus within your 6th house, normally those with Venus in the 6th, they feel this importance of really developing a good relationship with their body. Just like I said in my Taurus video, if health problems do arise, this could be due to overindulgence or to some imbalance within the diet, or in life in general, okay? So take that into consideration. In my opinion, because Venus does rule both Libra and Taurus, there is this common theme of indulgence connecting these two signs. With this, I think that it's not just Libra who must learn to keep the balance, but Taurus should learn this as well. In fact, so should all signs. The balance is what we all must learn from Libra. Because remember, there is a little bit of Libra in everybody. So Libra, balance is key with your diet, with work, with recreation, and relationships. Pretty much everything. But you already know this, right? Okay guys, so that concludes my video on the physical appearance and health of Libra. Thank you kindly to my current subscribers for subscribing to my channel. I hope that you learned something today. And furthermore, if you would like to see more videos from me, then click the subscribe button and I will be back with another video, Scorpio, very, very soon. Bye!